Hi there, Scorpio. Today I'm going to be doing your full moon in Gemini reading. The full moon is on December 8th, 2022. And so the energy of the full moon is going to last a few weeks until the new moon, which is going to be in Capricorn. So I want to pick a moon card to start out the reading, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you with the moon energy for this full moon in Gemini. Okay, so you have the full moon in Cancer. So another water sign, right? And this one is a personal issue reaches resolution. That's what this card says. So whatever's going on right now, I'm not sure what particular situation you're thinking about or what's coming to mind, but the full moon in Cancer is, it's a sign after Gemini, which I think is interesting, but also it's about finding a path forward in a certain situation, and it's because you've done some of the inner work and you've found a way to communicate something, and you've moved on from that, and you're now feeling the situation out. How does the situation make me feel? And once you are able to feel those emotions, then you're going to come to a resolution on a issue, whatever this issue is, Scorpio. So one of your sister signs, it has some advice for you. So listen to your fellow Cancerians. Yeah, I kind of want to pick another card here. I'm feeling like there's a little more information to get out of this. What's the other card here for Cancer? New moon in Scorpio. Another water sign, your own sign, right? And this is work through your fears. So yeah, so work through your fears and a personal issue reaches resolution. So in order for this issue to reach resolution, you're going to have to work through the fears, and it's going to be fears surrounding your emotions. And Scorpios can definitely get hung up on the way that they feel, and it can prevent them from speaking their truth because they get hung up, right? And they can't move on from it. And what Scorpios need to realize is how they move on is letting those emotions become resolved. And once they're resolved, you're able to move on and transition. Scorpio's card in the tarot is the Death card, right? And the Death card is about transformation, letting old things die and moving on to the new. Let's keep that in mind, right? All right, so work through your fears, Scorpio, and you'll find some resolution. Let's get some more clarity here about what's going on for Scorpio for the full moon in Gemini. I have the Tarot of Dreams here. Oops. Card's got a flying. The Two of Swords wanted to come flying out, but I put it back in there. Let's see what happens. So far, we have all water cards out here, so I'm wondering if there's going to be other energies happening for you. All right. So we have the Magician, we have Death, your card, and we have the Nine of Cups. So the Magician's all about abundance, about manifesting, right? And it's card number 1, and it's Mercury's card. And Mercury is very fast moving, right? And this full moon in Gemini also can be very, although it lasts 2 weeks, this full moon, the pace can feel very fast, right? And this Magician energy is also, I'm feeling like, you're trying to use like all the tools in your toolbox here to help work through your fears. And I'm seeing maybe that whatever this issue is that you're trying to resolve, as you're approaching this full moon, you're trying to like throw the kitchen sink at it. Like you're like, maybe this will work, and maybe this will work, and maybe this will work. And I feel like that's not working. I feel like this is kind of a struggle for you because the next card is the Death card, which is your card. It's Scorpio's card. And like I said, it's about transforming and transitioning. It's about not letting those fears control you, right? And morphing those fears, flipping those fears around and looking at the positive side, which is hope, right? And I think what you're doing right now is you're flipping the deck on yourself. This full moon is really going to allow you to transition and to transform and to be able to communicate that, because what the full moon in Gemini is giving you is those clear words. And maybe it's going to be, you're going to start talking to yourself differently first, I feel, and then that's going to move out into your external world. Now, the last card here is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is definitely like, you have enough. You have 9 cups overflowing, right? You can share with others. You have enough to share. And this is Piscean energy, another water sign for you. And it's Pisces and Jupiter, and it's absolutely an expansive card. It's about opening. It's about opening. I'm getting those words, opening and expanding. And once you like go through this transformation with this death card, whatever this is, right? It's going to be unique to whoever, it's going to be unique for whomever I'm talking to now, right? Every person is going to be different. But once you like release this stuff and you realize that throwing the kitchen sink at it's not going to work anymore. You literally have to just transform, right? And once you transform, you're going to see that you're very happy and you're going to find happiness. And it's going to be unlimited amount of happiness. And this might be your personal issue that's reaching resolution here, is no longer operating in this fear-based mentality, not being scared. Because when you're scared, you do those things. You do those things that the magician does, right? Is just like, maybe this will work, and maybe this will work, and maybe this will work. Well, you don't need to do that, right? Because what's really going to work is something that you know to be true. And what you know to be true is that your fears are controlling you, and letting those fears turn into hope, flipping them around, that's all this situation calls for. It's very, very simple. I'm not going to try to overcomplicate this, because literally it's just a matter of flipping it over and looking at a situation differently. So I like that for you, Scorpio. It's a very simple message. I do want to pick one more card, and that's going to be your animal spirit card. Let me just give these a quick shuffle. Let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio, for the full moon in Gemini, December 8th, 2022. Whoa. So the octopus card wanted to come flying out. Another water card. You have so much water here. It's ridiculous, but this is about getting your little fingers into too many things. And it can be about manipulation, like not meaning to manipulate people, but really it's almost like, you know, those situations, like it's a work situation, right? And you have this coworker that's having a problem. Well, it's kind of like, instead of just like giving them some advice, you insert yourself into the situation. You need to maybe not do that. Don't insert yourself. Maybe be quieter about it and sit in your emotions a little bit and decide, maybe this isn't the best situation for me to insert myself. Maybe I need to back off a little bit. I'm going to open this up to the octopus because I want to see what other messages might be here. Yeah, octopus has a very perceptive mind. I think that's one of its, hallmarks. But when there's unhealthy boundaries, that's kind of the problem. It can cause messy relationships when you do those things. And even though they're well-intended, like I was saying, the octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own business unrestrained, right? And you need to, yeah, okay. The octopus is about kind of forming healthy boundaries with other people. And this card can definitely be a card of having healthy emotional boundaries and knowing when you can give and when you can't. And this is saying that you can give. So my guess is that what the octopus is saying, and it's kind of like the message that initially came to me, and I should just trust myself on that, but don't don't insert yourself into someone else's business. Just give some quiet advice, compassionate advice, right? And I think if you lead with that, Scorpio, you're going to be better off. And that's kind of another message for you. Like you do need to work through your fears, Scorpio. Let some things die. This has been a continuing message for you. I've picked the death card for you, Scorpio, many times over my readings, and you've got to make this transition and transform yourself, because I'm feeling a little bit of stuck energy here, but I think it's almost like flipping the table. Stop looking at the fear, look at the hope, right? Flip the situation over. And then you're going to start to see like that you have what you need actually, and you don't need to insert yourself in other people's lives because you have your own that you're dealing with. So work on yourself. All right, Scorpio, thank you. This went on a little bit longer than I anticipated. I definitely mumbled, but I want to say, please like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing here, and spread the word. I'm trying to get this channel to grow. It's a little bit of a slow process, but I've said this before. I really like this. I enjoy doing this type of stuff, and I'll probably continue doing it even without support. So it just makes it more worth my time if other people like it too. So anyway, I hope you have a good full moon and have a good finish up to your year. Bye, Scorpio.